Good morning. It is Wednesday, August 20th. This is the Automotive State of the Union. I'm Paul J. Daly. This is Kyle Mounts here. Today we're talking about affordability, close your deal now or cry later, and Target's new CEO, which feels a lot like a little bit of an automotive story.
Yeah,
I'll tell you why.
it is. It's like, you're like, oh, the rest of the world can do it too. That's neat.
They can.
Cute party trick. You know?
Yeah, right. You did it once. Congratulations.
I
know. Oh man. So first things first, we have a webinar today.
We do have a webinar, and it's with Matt Murray. And this cat's smart and smooth all at the same time.
Smart and smooth. We're talking about the 2025 halftime report of dealer reputation. So we got tons of data that they're going to share with us. We've seen some of it already. It's fantastic. Dealer reputation is going to help us make adjustments in the second half of the year. You should be there. You should share it with the people who are thinking about marketing, CX, your GMs. You have to start by signing up, though. Go to asoda.com, sign up for the webinar. Right. You can be there live with us today at 2 Eastern, or you can get the recording. Check it out later. You can watch it on 2x speed if you don't have the time. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
Yeah, you should do it. Asoda.com, right there at the top of the page. You can sign up.
Hey, we also released a podcast yesterday with a new friend, Curtis Gardner. He's a technician that is really trying to change the way that technicians are perceived in the industry, the way that they interact with their tech and their tools and all those types of things. You can follow him on LinkedIn, but Curtis Gardner and us, we got to sit down. You can search it anywhere where you find your podcast. Search Auto Collabs. That's Auto Collabs, and we'll hang out with you.
Sounds great. Let's talk about some news. Got a lot of reports coming out this time of year, I guess. But it's great when we get this like first party data, or I guess this generated report that isn't widely known, but we're trying to make it widely known. At the halfway mark of 2025, our friends at the Dave Cantin Group, they released a market outlook report showing U.S. retail auto market is a mix of high prices, resilient demand, and major structural shifts. Despite headwinds, some smart dealers are still in the driver's seat in control. Affordability, the top issue. No surprise, 52.1% of buyers carrying negative equity and 84-month loans. Now nearly 20% of 20%
of auto loans are 84
negative
months.
Equity.
That's bananas.
Oh, is that what it's saying?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Of all new car financing. Yeah.
I mean, there's some cars, if the interest rate's right, that actually makes sense. Like if you're going to buy like a Toyota 4Runner, you're going to keep it. Stretch it out. Right. Yeah. Stretch it out. Keep it. Fair. Why wouldn't you? Consumers are sticking with their preferred segment, but trading down in size and trim, with value-focused models from brands like Buick and Mazda gaining a lot of traction. I definitely can see Mazda winning that game. For sure. 40% of all U.S. consumers say they would buy a Chinese-made vehicle if it was 10% cheaper than other cars sold in the U.S. 75% of dealers expect Chinese OEMs on U.S. lots within 12 months. Wow. That is probably a major thing we should be paying attention to. But 3 out of 4 dealers are like, I think we'll have a Chinese vehicle on a U.S. lot in a year. That's crazy.
Well, this isn't China, but I saw VinFast is really starting to like pour the gas on opening rooftops. So they had some momentum. I'm trying to remember who the gentleman was that we saw when we were at the Automotive Ventures China Summit about a month ago. Oh man, I can't remember his name. I will remember it though at some point. Tui Lee?
No,
different gentleman.
Bald white guy, kind of tall. Okay, either way. He presented. No. Is he kind of tall?
That's actually it. Yeah.
Okay,
that's fair. You got us.
But basically, he just wrote a pretty interesting comment on his blog the other day where he said he's like, I'm making a predict that Trump is going to announce some kind of major China deal that's going to clear the path for multi-billion-dollar investments in a southern state to build a plant to build the cars that they're going to sell in the U.S. And he's no slouch. I'm going to remember who it was. No slouch. He's really plugged in, but he was so specific about multi-billion-dollar plant in a southern state. It's like he knows. So this report from Dave Cantin and the Dave Cantin Group, super thankful that they're doing the work and sharing it so open-handedly. Here's a quote from Dave Cantin. He says, U.S. dealers are proving once again how resilient they are, how sophisticated their customer-focused business models have become, which is fun to see. I think it's right.
I think that's exactly right. Is for all of the things where people will be like, we're behind on tech, we're struggling, the sophistication is there and it's leaning in. Actually, yesterday, this is crazy. What's the agentic AI? There's a new agentic AI. I forget what it is, but they basically created a way for the automotive sectors to self-select elements that you could create AIs and agentic AI for retail automotive. Like, it is in their platform. And so this is like outside industries coming in because they're recognizing that dealers are savvy enough to and
industry that's great
create on top of these models. So I think that no matter what happens, whether it's interest rates or inventory headwinds or dealers are going to figure this out because they are savvy.
Oh, very good. This is exciting stuff. I feel like we're watching this in real time.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of real time.
Stop. Segue. Time.
If you think the lead is dead after day 3, think again. A new report from our friends at 4eyes analyzed over 8 million leads, showing a 30-day close rate of just 16.2%, revealing how fast opportunities can fall off and where smart dealers are still winning. 73% of sales happen in the first 3 days, but 1 in 4 still close after that. Close rates do drop from 12% to 2% on days 4 through 7. How about that? Wow. Follow-up efforts also plunge after day 3. They're calling it a coincidence that is costing dealers real rights. Real coincidence. And follow-up stops right. Used vehicles close faster than new, but new car deals are stretching further than the 30-day window. That makes sense as well. Internet leads are closing slower, but still produce late month wins. Leads created in the last week of the month have a 17.3% close rate overall. That's fantastic.
Yeah, basically the variance between the first half of the month and the second half of the month is about 2%, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're talking about hundreds of leads, those late month closes, I think that and this is something that everybody in the industry has been trying to point to and trying to find the data on for a long time, and I appreciate 4eyes putting this out kind of in their purview of all the stuff that they're seeing. Is we've got a problem where we get so excited about the thing that's right in front of us and we forget the long tail opportunity. The shopping cycle is somewhere in that 60-day range. And what we've seen is typically when customers are interacting with you, they're in that 30 to 45-day range of their shopping journey. And whether that be in the showroom or online. And so you've got a little bit more long tail that you got to be paying attention to. I think that going back to the rise of AI, the rise of tools that can lengthen the follow-up cycles, that can be more in tune with where the shopper is in their journey are definitely going to change the overall close rate, because you get that skim off the top, the stuff that's early phase, the right when you get in touch with people, but it's that long tail that it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a salesperson in it doesn't matter what industry, the long tail is harder.
That's right. Always, every time and always. And look, we have front row seat for dealers who do really well at follow up, and then we have front row seats for dealers who have amazing businesses and great lead generators, and they're leaving so many leads on the table, but constantly thinking they need to spend more money. Right, for more leads, when it's the real winners are how do we nurture the leads that we have, make sure our follow-ups right, make sure we're squeezing all the juice. And so this data helps us see. Thanks, 4eyes.
There you go.
I
see what you did there. I see what you did there.
All right.
All right, let's get into this one.
Let's talk about Target.
Target, big brand retailer, is making some headlines as it has promoted a true company insider to the CEO role. Michael Fidelki, who started with the company in 2003 as an intern, will become CEO on February 1st, a move that reflects a bunch of deep institutional knowledge, but is sparking debate about the need for an outside perspective. Fidelki joined Target as an intern and worked his way up through roles in merchandising, finance, operations, and HR. He has even served the company as COO and CFO. He'll succeed Brian Cornell, who's been the CEO since 2014. And so Fidelki, his quote was, "To be clear, we have work to do, to reach our full potential. So I think that like someone with a lot of savvy can look around and not just keep things the way that they are, but recognize that there's a lot of opportunity. Recent data on their performance is Q2 sales dropped by 0.9% to 25.2 billion. Still not too shabby. Target expects continued softness into the rest of 2025.
Well, Target does have their Halloween stuff out the earliest.
That's true.
Right. It's a little Christmas stuff. Oh, shit. No. Leave me alone. But I love this story where an intern made his way all the way up to CEO. 2003 he started, which is the year I started in business. So he's been working at that same company, working his way up the ranks as an entrepreneur, basically getting all the way to the seat of CEO of Target, which isn't just the CEO, it's CEO of a major company, a lot of complexity, a lot of scrutiny. And, you know, you and I were talking a little before the show, and it's like, oh, this is a nice party trick where an intern made it to CEO. The cool thing is like, yeah, it's very rare when you hear stories like this in the rest of the world, but in automotive, how many times have we heard detailers becoming GMs, becoming owners over and over and over and over again? So it's great to see.
And in faster timelines.
Oh, a little bit. Are you kidding me? And I'm sure before his internship, there was like a lot of college and you know what I mean?
Yep.
So this reminds us how fortunate we are to have that opportunity in this industry every day and see it in real life. And our goal is to make this industry the place that everyone wants to work in. We're pushing hard for that. We think you should be pushing hard for that, because the more great people we have banging down the doors to get in, the tech will be better, consumer experience will be better, and auto will be seen as a contributor to society, not anything else. We'll see you here tomorrow.